Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yasmin Azizah Wahyudi and I'm from English Literature from BSE University. Today's topic is I want to talk about vocabulary building. And the material I will discuss with you guys is word formation and proverbs. So first thing first, what is word formation? So basically, word formation is the process of forming a new words from existing ones by changing their meaning or form, often involving the addition of a word at the beginning or end. This process aims to enrich vocabulary and make the language more diverse, like keep creating new words in your writings. Okay, we stay with that. And that's why English has many ways to form new words, such as using prefixes, suffixes, compounds, and so on. So we're gonna moving to the function of word formation. So the function are, first, it can help writers or readers understand and expand their vocabulary. Second one is it can produce variation of words with different word classes, such as noun, verbs, or adjective. And the third is it helps understand the meaning of a difficult or a complex word through analysis of word parts like prefixes, suffixes, and roots. And the fourth and the last one, it allows for the adaptation of words from other language through borrowing and modification. So we're gonna moving to the affix section, which means that's just basically prefix and suffix. So prefix is adds a few letters to the front of a root word to change its meaning. For the example, this plus agree equals disagree. Second one, am or I'm plus possible equals impossible. The third one is pre plus view equals preview. That's the prefix. So let's just talking about suffix. Suffix is adding letters to the end of a base word to form a new word. And for the example, care plus full equals careful. Act plus ion equals action. Friend plus ship equals friendship. That's the affixation. We're gonna moving to compounding. So what is compounding? Compounding is basically combining two words or more into a new word that has a different meaning from the original words. For the example is rain plus coat equals raincoat. Sun x flowers x plus flowers equals sunflower. Night plus book equals notebook. Foot plus ball equals football. Bed plus room equals bedroom. So that is the compounding. Let's moving to conversion. What is conversion? I don't know that. So the conversion is changing the part of speech without adding a prefix or suffix. For the example, to text is the verb. from text is the noun. So how do I read that? I text my friend every day. To hand is the verb. From hand is the noun. So why? So how? How do I read that? Please hand me that book. A call is a noun. From call is the verb. So how do I read that? She received a call this morning. So we're gonna move to blending. What is blending? Blending is combining parts of two words to create a new words. For the example is camera x or plus recorder equals came recorder. Emotion plus icon equals emoji or is emoticon. Web plus seminar equals webinar. Chill plus relax equals chillax. That's for the blending. Let's moving to clipping. What is clipping? Well, clipping is short and long words without actually changing their meaning. Well, it's not changing at all though. Well, for the example is exam. Exam is short from form. Exam is a short form of examination. Gym is a short form of gymnasium. Photo is a short form of photograph. Fat is a short form of veterinarian. And the last one is acronym. What is acronym? Acronym is formed from the first letter of several words and read as one. What is that? For the example, is UNESCO. UNESCO means United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. And the second one is laser. What is laser? Laser is light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. And the last one is COVID. Corona viruses disease. That's for word formation, and we're gonna talk about the second material, which is Proverbs. You might be confused or might don't know about the Proverbs, okay? About Proverbs at all. So let me explain it to you. What is Proverbs? Proverbs are short sentences that generally contain advice or life truths with profound meaning and are often perceived as message passed down through generation. In general, Proverbs consist of a combination of words with implied meanings that are not taken literally. Proverbs themselves are an important part of culture, depicting wisdom, beliefs to guide life. So what is the function? The function of Proverbs is to write down wise advice or insight that are useful in everyday life. What is the key of element Proverbs? So usually Proverbs is short and simple because that way they are easy to remember and absorb. Okay? Second one is catchy and rhythmic. Why is it catchy and rhythmic? Because when proverbs generally use a style of language or intonation that makes them catchy or rhythmic, making them easy to repeat and memorize. Third point is contain figures of speech or metaphors. Proverbs often use figurative language, right? And that would enrich the meaning and makes the message more powerful and vivid. The fourth one is contextual and situational. Proverbs can be used in certain contexts and are often suitable for providing advice or satire. Well, who's the one who's like talking satire to others? So, for the example of Proverbs is, when in Rome, do as Romans do. What does that mean? The meaning is be able to adapt to customs of the place or environment around you. The second one is two heads are better than one. What does that mean? That means cooperation and working together are better than completing a task alone because they are more effective. And the third one is you can make an omelette without breaking one. The meaning of it is sometimes it takes sacrifice to achieve something that you might so craving it. Okay? The fourth one is look before you leave. That's basically just think before taking action. The fifth and the last one is don't bite the hand that feed you. That means don't harm. The fifth and the last is don't bite the hands that feed you. What does that mean? That means don't hurt or harm a person that who is helping you a lot and is kind to you. That's for the part 1 of this task. Thank you. Well, we're gonna need to move to the part 2, okay? Just stay with me. So, welcome to the part 2 of this task. Still with vocabulary building, but the topic is case study and analysis. So, from the article, smart, gifted children in the region between champions and champions. The compound words I found from the article is anak cerdas istimewa or gifted child. Noun plus adjective compound. Kecerdasan istimewa, special intelligence. Noun plus adjective compound. Skor kreativitas, creativity score. Noun plus noun compound. Komitmen kerja, work commitment. Noun plus noun compound. Motorik kasar or gross motor skill. Adjective plus noun compound or adjective acts as modifier. Motorik halus, fine motor skills. Adjective plus noun compound. Tinggi badan, body height. Adjective plus noun compound. Lembar identifikasi atau identification sheet. Noun plus noun compound. Pendidikan tepat, appropriate education. Noun plus adjective compound. Perkembangan motorik motoric development, noun plus noun compound. Compound words deal with compound words. The 5 adjective compounds that I found from the article is cerdas istimewa is are. 5 adjective compounds I found from the article. First, cerdas istimewa, exceptionally smart. Adjective plus adjective compound. Luar biasa, extraordinary. Adjective plus adjective compound. Sangat perfectionist, very perfectionist. Adverb plus adjective compound. Negative, negative. Single adjective, but sometimes compounded with in usage, context dependent. The 5th one and the last is terrorist bertalenta, gifted terrorist. Adjective plus noun compound, used adjectively. Still with the compound words, type of compounds formation. First one is noun plus noun. For the example, skor kreativitas. Noun plus adjective. For the example, anak cerdas istimewa. Adjective plus noun. Example, motorik kasar. Adjective plus adjective. For example, luar biasa. Adverb plus adjective. For the example, sangat perfectionist. Stay with me. Still with the compound words, meaning and effect in communication. Compound words in Indonesian combine concepts to create precise and descriptive expressions, making communication efficient and rich. For instance, anak cerdas istimewa succinctly convey a gifted child with exceptional intelligence, which is crucial for educational context. Adjective compounds like luar biasa emphasize intensity or uniqueness and changing the expressive power of descriptions. Overall, compounds allow the text to convey complex ideas clearly and effectively, facilitating better understanding and engagement with the topic. The analysis is from the original Indonesian text segment containing the tagged compound nouns and adjective with their context. Idioms. The idioms from the article I found is small talk, literal meaning, like informal conversation about everyday topics. Figurative, casual chatting that helps build rapport before serious discussions. Usage, commonly used at the start of meeting or a social or business gathering. Fourth, expressive effect, creates a friendly atmosphere and ease participants into communication smoothly. The second one is raise the bar, literal meaning increasing the height of a bar. Figurative, raising standards or expectation in performance or quality. Usage, used when encouraging improvement, innovation, or higher achievement in business goals. Expressive effect, motivates higher performance and sets a target for excellence. Back to square one. Literal meaning from that is returning to the beginning of a game board. Figurative, Having a start over because a previous effort failed. Usage in business strategy or projects when plans need to be reconsidered or redone. Expressive effect conveys frustration but also the possibility of fresh opportunity. Burn the midnight call. Literal meaning working late into the night by the light of an oil lamp. Figurative working late or putting an extra effort, especially during a crisis or to meet deadlines. Usage describes dedication or urgency in business or study tasks. Expressive effect highlights commitment and hard work, sometimes emphasis sacrifice. On the same page. Literal meaning sharing the same page of a book. Figurative is being in agreement or having a shared understanding. Usage used in team meetings or collaboration to ensure everyone agrees on plans or objective. Expressive effect reinforce unity and clarity. Reinforce unity and clarity, reducing misunderstanding. Binomials, bread and butter. Structure, noun plus conjunction and plus noun, meaning something one depends on as a fundamental source of income or sustenance. Example, for many journalists, writing is their bread and butter. Peace and quiet. Structure, noun plus conjunction and plus noun, meaning a calm and undisturbed state. For the example, after a hectic day, she just wanted some peace and quiet. Give and take. Structure, verb plus conjunction and plus verb, meaning mutual compromise or negotiation. For the example, successful relationships require a certain amount of give and take. The fourth one, now or never. Structure, adverb, conjunction or plus adverb, meaning an urgent decision, it must be done immediately or not at all. For the example, it's now or never. If you want to apply for the scholarship, pros and cons. That's the last one. Structure, noun plus conjunction and plus noun, plural, meaning the advantage and disadvantage of something. For the example, we weigh the pros and cons before choosing our new home. Explanation of structure and conjunction type. Binomials are pairs of words linked by a coordinating conjunction, usually and or sometimes or. The word type can be nouns, verbs, or adverbs. The conjunction and generally connects two complementary or related ideas. The conjunction or is used to express alternative or choices. That's for the binomials. We're gonna move to simile. Simile, as sick as parrot. Elements compare. Someone feeling very disappointed versus a sick parrot. Connecting word as affect, strong, visual and emotional image of deep disappointment and misery. My love is a red, red rose. Elements compare love versus red rose. Connecting word like. Evokes beauty, passion, and freshness, visually and emotionally. As clear as glass. Elements compare water clarity versus glass clarity. Connecting word as. Evoke give a vivid visual impression of purity and transparency. Runs like the winds. Elements compared running speed versus the speed of the wind. Connecting word like. Evoke creates dynamic, visual, and emotional sense of great speed and freedom. So the last one, as quiet as a mouse. Elements compared someone's quietness versus a mouse's quiet nature. Connecting word as. Evoke conveys visual and emotional calmness and stealth. That's all from me. Thank you for listening, and I think that's enough. Goodbye.